hardest parts of development is that initial blank page. You have an idea, but getting it from your head to the screen can just feel daunting. Yeah, there are templates and boilerplates, but I'm talking about that just fundamental moment. And you want to start with the UI. And that moment is why we built V0. It's an AI-powered tool that lets you generate React code from simple text prompts and images. Since we launched V0, the Vercel community has generated over 3 million UIs. That's 3 million times the developers have gone from idea to code faster than ever before. We've been listening to your feedback, and we've been working hard to make V0 even better. So with that, let me bring up Lee Robinson, our head of DevRel, to show you what V0 can do. All right, Lee.
All right, what do we want to build?
Well, I think since we're at Vercel Ship, let's build a conference talk submission form.
Okay.
And
anything else?
For Vercel Ship.
Okay, for Vercel Ship. Sound good?
Feels right.
Let's do it. So what's happening here while we're building this?
So V0 took that prompt, and now it's actually going to generate React code using ShadCN UI and Tailwind CSS just for you after we get out of this gigantic queue.
There's a lot of demand right now to be building UI, I guess.
Yeah, and it gives us 3 different options. And so
Here's
we can choose one of them. This one looks pretty good. And if you popped open the code tab, you actually see the React code streaming in live.
Oh, nice.
Pretty neat. So it looks like that one's finished.
Yeah.
Use that one, it looks pretty good.
I like it.
So the idea is this is a great starting point, but we can even do better.
Okay.
So let's make this even spiffier. Let's
make it pop?
Yeah, make it pop. Maybe make it, you know what's better than 1 column?
Yeah.
2 columns.
2 columns.
Let's go 2 columns. And then let's make it 2 columns. Let's put the form on the left side. And on the right side, let's put the conference information and a testimonial, or testimonials.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That sounds good. Make it pop. Who knows what it's going to do? Make it pop.
Make it pop. Make it pop is pretty risky, but
I mean, 2 columns is good. It's definitely better.
We'll do it live.
Yes. And it streams in the code, so I can always go check out the code as it's coming in, as it's working.
There it is.
Nice.
Streaming. We
I
love
love
streaming.
We got some Flexbox going. We got the left side first. There's our form. Nice. Talk title, Building the Future of the Web. Not bad.
Yeah, we're looking for speakers to share their knowledge at Vercel Ship. Submit your talk proposal and knowledge. Love that for us.
Okay.
And there comes the conference information.
Okay.
We got an icon for the date. We've got an icon for the location. It thinks that we're in San Francisco, but we're not.
We're not.
We're in New York. What do attendees say? Ooh, we got a little
Vercel Ship
placeholder.
is the
Sarah
premier
Williams.
conference.
All right, well, look, this thing's pretty good, but if you need that extra layer of precision, you actually just edit the code directly. So let's see, instead of Sarah Williams, why don't we change that to Scarlett Johansson?
Or Sky for short.
Or Sky, yeah,
Yeah.
either one. We can just press save and go from there. And the idea with V0 is just as the name implies, this is your starting point, that moment when you go from idea to code. And to actually use this code, if we go back for a second to the code tab after we preview around in different environments, we could actually just copy it right there.
Nice.
Cool. Or if you're extremely lazy, you can just...
I am, actually.
Well, we love it. You can just go to the CLI command, pop that into a terminal, into an Next.js project, and it'll not only make a component with the generated code, but also install the ShadCN UI dependencies you need to make it real.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, and we can, looks like we can check out different screen sizes here as well too.
And
Maybe.
change the theme.
Ooh. You know what, I'm a serif font fan. Let's do
Amazing.
that. Yeah, or maybe we switch it up for this one. Wow.
Serifs are great.
Fancy.
Yes.
Fancy.
Thank you, Lee.
Awesome, thank you.
We've been working hard to make V0 even faster, more reliable, and more accessible. We've significantly improved the speed and efficiency of our underlying models so you can generate code in just a matter of seconds. We've also enhanced the reliability of the entire platform, ensuring V0 is there when you need it. V0 now also automatically tries to add ARIA attributes to all of its generated code. And while it's not perfect yet, it does bring us one step closer to industry standards for inclusive user interfaces. You can try it today and visit v0.dev to get started. So V0 lets you go from code to idea in seconds. It's leveraging AI to help jumpstart your next big thing. But what about building AI native experiences yourselves? Companies like OpenAI, Perplexity, Grok, Pika, Leonardo, Suno, and Hume have all chosen Vercel as their front-end cloud. And today, you can too. And again, when it comes to building these experiences, Vercel is there to give you the tools that you need. And that's where the Vercel AI SDK comes in. It's a TypeScript framework that handles the complexities of building AI native applications so you can focus on raising $7 trillion for your seed round or just getting that internal promotion, instead of writing boilerplate code. You could think of it like this. What Next.js does for React, the AI SDK does for language models. And companies like Zapier have already adopted the AI SDK. They just launched their new automation platform called Zapier Central, which is built with Next.js, Vercel, and the AI SDK. This app gives you an AI-based chat workspace where you can automate bots and work across over 6,000 apps through their platform. The AI SDK is organized into two pillars. The AI SDK core is the foundation upon which everything else is built. It's a unified API for working with language models from all major providers: OpenAI, Mistral, Anthropic, Grok, the big G, you name it. And best of all, you can even build your own. You can kind of think of it like an ORM, but instead of for databases, it's for language models. And it abstracts away all the quirks and nuances between providers. With the AI SDK core, integrating an LLM comes down to just two simple questions. What kind of data do I want to generate? Is it going to be text or a structured object? And then, how do I want it delivered? It's either going to be all at once or bit by bit, streamed incrementally. And then, switching between providers is as easy as changing just a single line of code. You want to try out Mistral's latest model they launched last night? No problem. Or check out GPT-4o? Easy. So we all know that chatbots are all the rage. But building a basic chat interface still actually requires a decent amount of boilerplate. You got state management, streaming text parsing, lifecycle hooks. It's just a lot to do and a lot to mess up. And that's why we created the AI SDK UI, our second pillar. With just 3 framework-agnostic hooks, use chat, use completion, and use assistant, you can build a fully functional streaming chatbot in just about 50 lines of code. It's actually that simple. But we're not just building text-based chatbots anymore. That's so 6 months ago. With the AI SDK's React Server Components APIs, you can actually go further. You can now go beyond just plain text and give chatbots rich, component-based interfaces with what we're calling generative UI. So whether you're using your existing components or new ones, or generating them on the fly like we just saw with V0, React Server Components and the AI SDK present the ideal architecture for streaming these next-gen user experiences. If this all sounds pretty wild, it's because it is. So let's take a look at a quick demo to show you what I mean. So here's a chatbot built with the AI SDK and Next.js. In addition to plain text responses like, let's just type here, what is love? And we'll tell it, we'll just submit it. It can actually do a lot more. For example, this chatbot is wired up to be a scheduling assistant. And instead of just responding with plain text, if I ask to, let's say, book a meeting with Lee at 2 p.m. today to talk about the movie Her, if I hit submit here, we're going to get a beautiful schedule component. It's going to be interactive. And I can confirm the meeting, I can lock in the details, and it's fully wired into the chat experience. And why don't we move the hackathon to the weekend, because that's what we always do. What's awesome is I can have this interactive experience without leaving the conversation. It's truly, truly an AI native experience. With the new Stream UI method, we built all of this, and it's part of the AI SDK, and it makes building these kinds of experiences with these streaming interfaces even easier to build. You can mix text, tools, and function calling with React Server components to build AI native experiences. And best of all, because of React Server components, you can stream these UIs without the need for heavy client-side JavaScript unless it's necessary, which means your apps can be more interactive and responsive without sacrificing performance. The AI SDK is your toolkit for building enterprise-grade AI applications easier than ever before. It's available today, so check out the documentation at sdk.vercel.ai. And you can start exploring the possibilities and start creating. Or, better yet, you can start iterating. To tell us more, here's Greta Workman, VP of Product Marketing.